Alright, what's up? It's Majin's Oob here, and I'm gonna be doing what if Deku learned how to chi block. And if you like the video, like it, subscribe if you wanna. And this is my first video on the joint channel, or you can say group channel. And huge shout out to my boy Kid Mighty What Ifs. He's honestly the greatest guy you will ever meet. So thanks to him, and thanks for all of you that watch my videos. If you like it, subscribe to Kid Mighty What Ifs, and yeah, let's play the intro.
It's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
So we start our story off when Deku finding out he's quirkless. The doctor explains that he has an extra bone on his pinky toe, and Cole pleads and begs for the doctor to do something about this, but he couldn't. There is nothing you can take or do to have a quirk, kid. Deku goes home as usual, but heartbroken. The next day he tells Bakugo that he's quirkless, thinking that he would support him, the only friend he has. But no, Bakugo laughs at him and called everyone to tell him that Izuku is quirkless. That's when he gets the name Deku. As he grows older, the bullying gets worse. At age 10, Deku came home with several cuts and burn marks. Inko was worried sick, so she put Deku on self-defense class. The dojo was right behind a circus-type house, but Deku didn't know it. He didn't know it was a circus house since it said Dojo of Chi, and Ko didn't inform Deku well. But anyway, he gets inside. Two twins jumps up and flips on in front of him. Deku's just looking at him, or Deku's looking at them while blushing because they're right in his face. But he snaps out of it and asks the twins, "Is this the martial arts dojo?" They say, no, not anymore. It's a circus now." What? Why did it say that it was a martial arts dojo then? It said Dojo of Chi. Oh, it's probably the old man that did that. Go upstairs to old man Rin. He can probably teach you something. Okay, thanks for the help, I guess. Deku walks up the stairs and shouts, Rin! Rin, are you here?" And Rin walks out of his room. He's a tall, muscular man in his 40s. Rin then says, what do you want, kid?" "I heard from the twins that you could teach me the art of self-defense." And Rin then smiles and says, "Ha! You want to be my disciple? Well then, kid, what's your name?" My name is Izuku Midoriya, sir." "Well then, young Midoriya, would you like to get started right now?" What, right now? Can't we just wait a little bit?" I suppose. Would you care for a cup of tea?" Okay, I can do that." After that, they go to the dining area. Ren makes Deku tea, and then Ren says, "So, Izuku Midoriya, or young Midoriya, what would you like to be called?" It's whatever." "Okay, young Midoriya. Now, why did you want to get some self-defense lessons?" Because I get bullied in school because I don't have a quirk. You see, I'm quirkless." And Rin can relate because he's quirkless too. "Well, we can relate on that. Believe it or not, I'm quirkless." And Deku is a bit happy. He's happy that he's not the only one that's feeling the same pain, and he can let it out. He can actually talk about this because he can't talk about it with his mom. It's very difficult. She would start crying. She would start cry immediately if he start talking about it, and she would kill for Deku to be happy. So he tells Rin all about himself, about the bullying, about everything in his mind. And they get along quite nicely. So now I'm going to skip 2 years ahead. Now, Deku is in top condition. He's not mastered the cheat blocking. He can only cheat, or he can only paralyze a person in like 15 seconds, and then it wears out. And also in these 2 years, he has improved on his body, on his fighting style, or he didn't actually fight before this. He just took it because he couldn't do anything. And yeah, the class started to notice his figure, and Bucko noticed it too. So he tried to bully him extra hard every day. And Deku hid his powers until he was 14. Now he is trained in the art of self-defense in 4 years and chi blocking. Now he can chi block. You can say he can chi block 25 or 35. I'll say 35. He can chi block or paralyze a person in 35 seconds. And now it's the last day of school. The teacher holds the papers and tells or asks the students what they want to be. Then he throws the papers and tells them, "Oh, what the hell? There's no point copying all these papers when you're not going to use it. It's obvious that you all want to join the hero course." And they start showing off their quirks and joy. And Bucko stands up and does his little speech. And the teacher tells him he has some good grades, maybe he will come in. And speaking of which, Deku, or Izuku, you want to try out too? And Izuku just was in silence. He doesn't like to talk much, so he was in silence. And this angers Bakugo, but he waits. He waits until the class ends. So the class ends, and that's the last day of school, as I said. And when the class ends, the Bucko tells Deku to meet him outside, and Deku doesn't follow his orders. He just goes home, but Bucko follows him, and he follows him until the slime monster. So the slime monster asks or says to Deku, "Hey kid, give me your body." And Bucko, trying to show off, or trying to prove himself, trying to prove that he's stronger than Deku, tackles the slime monster with his explosions. He explodes the monster, but he still gets caught on his like slimy goo. And Deku's like, "You idiot, why do you gotta try to be the hero all the time? Stupid." And he goes away because he remembers all the time he used to bully him and torture him sending explosions at him. So he just goes. But when All Might shows up, and All Might deals with it, so no one gets severely injured. And that thing where the bottle gets lost, that doesn't happen since Deku doesn't cling to All Might. So yeah, in these 10 months, he's been training with Ren all the time, every single day, because he has grown a big bond with Ren. He's almost like his uh, imagined dad or something like that, father figure, you can say. And Inko has met him too. He thinks he's quite lovely. And since I'm gonna say Hisashi and Inko are divorced, so I want to make Rin his dad, so, or stepdad, you can say. So these 10 months he's been training on his more or less like his physical body, because he wants to get uh, get those powerful hits. And I'ma add one more like power into chi blocking. I wanna like make it so he can reverse the quirk at him or at that person. Like for example, if it's a range type attack, if for Shoto is shooting like an ice brick or something, I don't know, and Deku can like reverse it on him with, you can say it's full counter, but it's weaker. It can't like, if the attack is stronger than he can reverse, he will get hurt in the process, and it won't like bounce back to that other person that is sending the attack. And so you get the gist of it. And when the entrance exam starts, the written part, you can say, Deku gets that like he passes that easily because he's smart and tactical. And they go to the theater where President Mike explains everything, and after that they go to the starting point of the robot elimination test, you can say physical test, and he sees a girl in distress, and he sees the look on her eyes, and it's the look that he got from when he was 10 and he got bullied by Bakugo, and he wants to help her boost her confidence, but Ida like tries to stop him by like pointing his hand back at him, or trying to stop him with his hand. And Deku just like, she blocks his hand, and his hand, the right arm gets paralyzed. Ida's right arm gets paralyzed. Yeah, that's right. And he walks away. Or he walks to the girl. Flips through the girl because he doesn't want to get caught on anything. And he tells the girl that no matter what, you'll do great. And the girl blushes, and it boosts her confidence. So he gets back to his own and gets ready to like run as fast as he can. So the gate opens. He runs as fast as he can. He's not faster than Ida, but he boosts his speed with his acrobatics. And he racks up, like, you can say, like, he comes in 5th place in the physical part. Because he can't, like, do much to the robots. He just strikes the vital areas of the robot, and they, like, dislocate, or he dislocates the arm of the robot and do that. So it's very boring. It's not nothing flashy, and he doesn't get, like, recognized by many people. And so after the 2 weeks of waiting for the mail to see what he gets, and he gets 5th place. I don't know who's in 4th. I think it's Tokiyami, or I don't know. But he gets 5th place, and he gets accepted to UA. So yeah, I know this is a boring, like, it's a boring what if right now, but I want to make this big. This is only in, like, introduction. So if you liked it, like and subscribe and do all of that, and peace out.